Hey guys, and welcome back to Pure Heart. Chris here, as usual, back yet with another album review. Today I have something a little bit different. I actually have, I'm pretty sure, our very first indie-ish, folkish-ish Christian that's not a worship album out today. I know we've had rap albums and different types of other stuff. However, today is a little bit special. Like I said, our very first ever indie Christian band. And honestly, before you guys continue on to this video, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to Pure Heart for your usually weekly Pure Heart reviews. So let's get into this. So Never a Waste by Andrew Blooms. If you guys don't know of him, he is a fellow from Athens, Georgia, and he was actually on the album that I reviewed a little bit like a few months ago, all the way last year, on Common Hymnal's unproduced album. He has that last song on there. If you guys listen to that album, he has that last song, and you get a song of his onto here. However, it's more produced per se, and it's still as good, if not maybe a little bit better. But however, he is back again, and this is his sophomore album, and it's called Never a Waste. To apply some background to this album, Andrew actually says on his website, you can follow the link to he also has a blog post. It's really good. Definitely something that you guys want to read if you guys truly want to know his heart. And so this is what he says. I am hoping through my music and writing to help bridge the gap that I perceive in our conversations regarding the relationship between being people of faith and being people of brokenness, how often we feel the need to separate the two. I have found that this separation has isolated us and silenced conversations that I believe are essential to our growth and our well-being. I hope that you find something here that helps you in your journey and helps you to feel as if we all might be a part of one great suffering and love. And I absolutely love his thoughts just around this whole entire album, and you definitely get those thoughts of feeling one and feeling broken, still feeling that faith. You really get definitely songs of, man, I'm doubting my faith, and songs like Through the Fire, Reasons Why, and A Day Like This, to just name a few. Some of, honestly, my favorite songs on this album. For being a Christian, this is just a natural thought process that I think as Christians, that we're all broken creatures. I mean, you even get people that doubt their faith, like Moses, like the 12 disciples, and they were just doubting God's plan per se. With Moses, he was doubting God's plan to lead them into the promised land. For the 12 disciples, they were doubting Jesus for saving all humanity. I mean, obviously, the 12 disciples changed their minds later. However, it's not an easy feat. If you're just going through that, sometimes we're going to doubt God's plan in our own life, and that's just natural feeling right there. And honestly, with this album, there's just so much good on this album, just from the way that the music hits you. It's really lovely. You get different kind of stuff. You still get this indie folk-ish vibe, but it's not like this one type of instrument. You get a little bit of variety of different stuff within different songs, whether it just be key little differences or a whole lot differences. You never know what you're gonna get. And I honestly love that about this album. And then just going off with the lyrics, they come off like this is from like one of the Psalms, or even that the writer is praying, and throughout some of the songs he's even just talking to God. You get songs like A Day Like This, which is probably like one of my favorite songs on this album. I'll actually talk about that song a little bit later within the bad. He wishes, he didn't follow Jesus on a day like this. He rather, he wish he had a different job rather than a ministry job. And, we all get that feeling, man, sometimes life isn't that great, and yet God is still faithful to us during those moments of unbelief. it's just, I think this album was just, he was convinced that, guys, like, man, he has brought me out to this brokenness and made me whole again. You definitely get that with the last song on here, which is definitely a must listen to. It's called Let You In, and it's amazing. It's lovely. It's so great. It has just this uplifting nature of who God is and what we need to do if we have God in our life. And this is also a nice relief of songwriting. It's just coming from the heart. An album like this can deviate from talking about a scripture type of thing. This is not a worship album. This is, like I said, a Christian / indie / folkish type of album where they can truly be honest and say kind of what's on their mind. However, with some of the bad in that is that with one of the songs called A Day Like This, which is still, again, one of my favorite songs on this album, he's being honest throughout these songs, some lyrics. And however, with the lyric on that, he does say a bad word onto that song. So, honestly, take that for what you will. Some people that may rub them the wrong way. It didn't really me per se. Honestly, whenever you're being that honest, sometimes, stuff like that just happens within our life. But however, the only problem I really have throughout this album is that there's no really flow of the album. All the songs are great. However, I feel like that they should be reordered different. Like, I feel like for an album that it should have this direction of going up, this uphill kind of. And that last song be basically your end moment, like but anyway, with the flow of this album, it kind of has this roller coaster flow. It's like it goes up and then it goes down, it goes up and then it goes down, it goes up and then it goes down. Sometimes it goes a little bit turn. You never know what you're gonna get with some of these songs, which is fine, because that's what we deal with in life. So maybe if that's what the artist was going for, that's fine. My personal taste is fine, from what the artist's taste was. If they were just like, okay, we're just gonna put this there, and there's no really motive, then I do have a problem with that. And so in the end, I would have to give this album a 4.75 out of 5 hipster Jesus with a coffee in one of his hands. Yes, I know it's a little bit different from my usual rating system. However, with this, since it is an indie album, I can do a little bit of funness with this. And so overall, an album that is really great, something that you guys need to listen to. With that one bad on that one song that did say that one word. And it's not a perfect album, however, it's very close to perfection. Something that you guys definitely need to listen to. An easy album. It's just maybe like 30 minutes of listen to, only like 9 songs, I think. And it's just really great. But anyway, guys, don't forget, hit that like button, comment below what your favorite song off this album was, and also comment down below what you guys also want me to review in 2020 again. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out Pure Heart to get more people watching this channel. And guess what? You are loved. Boom.